The Dissidia Final Fantasy NT beta is finally here. This is the first time a lot of people have been able to play the 2-year-old arcade game. Since it's not a traditional fighting game, or a traditional Final Fantasy game, some people are confused about how the controls work. Even if you played the previous versions of Dissidia, this game still plays a little bit differently and is 3-on-3. This video covers the Dissidia NT controls and a bit about the gameplay so you can understand how it works and what you should be doing. As you can see here, these are the basic controls, but let's dig a little deeper. You can move with the left analog stick and dash by holding R1. Pressing and holding L1 will block attacks on the ground or while you're in the air, but only while your character is stationary. If you're moving at all, you'll get a sidestep instead of blocking, and you can't block during a sidestep, so your character will be vulnerable to attacks. For bravery attacks and EX skills, most characters will have more than one. Therefore, by pressing X for a bravery attack, or triangle for an EX skill, you'll kind of get the default attack of that type. However, if you hold the left analog stick in any direction and press X or triangle, you'll get a different bravery or EX attack. You can also get different bravery attacks depending on if you're on the ground or in the air, so make sure you know all of your character's bravery attacks and EX attacks so you know what to use, when to use it, and how you want to use it. The right analog stick is used to control the position of the camera. You're going to use this a lot simply because there are times when the enemy team's character will be above you or behind you and you'll need to use the right analog stick to move the camera and see the opponent you're facing. Pressing the D-pad in any direction will pull out quick chat messages to your teammates or even taunt them during the menu screen or while you're in combat. The touchpad will call forth a summon once your summon meter is full and you've destroyed the summon crystal. Square performs an HP attack, while circle jumps. You can jump on the ground or in the air. Tap L2 or R2 to change targets. Tap L2 and R2 at the same time to target the closest enemy. And you'll notice the blue lines are who has you targeted, whereas the red line indicates that someone is attacking you. If you see a red line on an enemy that you're not focused on, make sure you turn to focus that opponent because they're attacking you. Now let's dig a little deeper into bravery attacks. Keep a close eye on your bravery gauge, which is the large number near the bottom of the screen, just above that blue bar. The number represented here determines how much damage you'll inflict when you perform an HP attack. This number generally defaults to 1000, but can rise or fall throughout the match and will reset to 0 every time you land an HP attack. The number inside the blue bar is your character's health gauge. It goes down every time your character is hit by an HP attack. When you connect with a bravery attack, the number in your bravery gauge will increase, while the opponent's bravery gauge will decrease. This doesn't actually cause any damage though. It just lowers the amount of damage your opponent will do if they hit you with an HP attack. Likewise, if you're hit by an opponent's bravery attack, this number will lower and your HP attacks will inflict less damage. Ideally, you want to hit your opponent with bravery attacks until your bravery gauge is high. Once your bravery gauge is high enough that a single HP attack will KO an opponent, the number will turn purple. This should be the sign that lets you know it's time to switch to HP attacks and finish off one of the opposing team's characters. While characters have multiple HP attacks, just like they have multiple bravery attacks and EX skills, you can only select one HP attack before you go into the match. It's important to know how your HP attacks differ so you understand which one works better for your playstyle. To win matches, you need to KO characters on the opposing team 3 times. The 2 bars in the upper left corner of the screen, segmented into 3 sections, represent the 3 KOs. Your team's bar is the blue bar, while the opposing team is the red bar. Every time a character is KO'd, once again using HP attacks, not bravery attacks or EX skills, one segment of that team's bar will be removed. When a team has no more segments remaining, they lose the match. That means even if the same character dies 3 times, that's it, the game's over. Make sure you cover your teammates' backs to ensure that they're not losing the match for you. That about covers it for the basics of Dissidia Final Fantasy NT. Hopefully by now you understand some of the basic concepts of the game and how the gameplay works. You can find more in-depth information on Dissidia Final Fantasy NT controls and gameplay in the links below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as we'll have more coverage on Dissidia Final Fantasy NT over the coming weeks and months.